can live our fantasies.
Hello, 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 my gorgeous, my beautiful shiny diamonds, shiny diamonds, shiny diamonds. How is everyone? Good, I hope. Okay, it's your girl, Diamond Debbie. If you don't know me, welcome to my channel. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate y'all's love and support. But more importantly, guys, I really hope that this gives someone some very much needed enlightening, okay, on the crisis that we have with pain medication / mine was oxycodone or opioids in general, okay? And also, this is for you people that are taking illegal opioids. Y'all are not disincluded from this, honey, by no means, because I am a recovering addict just off of something else, and we're going to be doing that story next. But as for now, y'all are more than included. So you guys, just if you know anyone that really you think that maybe my videos would enlighten them, that would be amazing, because this is not a how-to. This is not what you should do. And the disclaimer is I am not in the medical field in any capacity. I am not a, any nurse, assistant, doctor, or anything medically. And this is just me sharing my story and what happened to me and what I've had to do about it. Okay, so that's all it is. It is not a how-to. It is not a tutorial telling y'all to do it. And like I said, and if I say I, we, you, us, whatever, it is simply rhetorical. It is not rhetorically. It is not me trying to tell you, like I said, to do anything, okay? So with that being said, I made some little notes for myself because I want to make sure I cover everything. And someone in the comments has said that I looked really nice, and I want to say thank you so much for that, because let me tell y'all don't even know the half, but you're fixing to know the other half, and it ain't pretty. So, anyway, I didn't have nothing on but lipstick in the first video, and I was on a day 5 of my journey, okay? So, and you're going to hear what that is exactly. Keep watching. And today, just lipstick, no makeup. I could barely, and I'm sorry it's taken me, that long to get the first video up. And after the day 5, it took me like 3 days or 4 to get it up because I was having problems with my YouTube studio, okay? So, sorry for the inconvenience, you guys. And then I wanted to do this last night and the day before, and I just couldn't do it. But here we are. Let's get started. So, I did the disclaimer. Also, please sub, like, and like I said, share this video to anyone that you know or love that might need it. And then also, I want to let y'all know that, please, I welcome any and all comments, questions, concerns, anything that you want to comment below. I'm more than welcome it. I also welcome any advice or suggestions that you might have. Okay, so please feel free to do that. I will definitely look at the questions and answer each and every one of you guys, okay, or comments. And let's get started. Okay, so first off, we ended with what all I went through with the pharmacies. I called them all. I couldn't get help. And I got told on the day that I was supposed to fill my medication that my pharmacy quit filling for my doctor. Okay, now I can go to another pain management and I can get pain pills. All right, so let me just say that happened on March 26th is when I seen my doctor. On March 28th, I made a phone call to the pharmacy on my way home from Jacksonville to St. Pete, and they told me they can't fill for me or fill any narcotics or my oxys and soma, basically, or from that doctor. So my only choice was to find another pharmacy and or get a new pain management here. So I did call one, and I did have one that was more than willing to take me, called me a couple of times, and in fact even called me this week, this far out, okay? Now, so what I did, from that moment on, I cut back. I had some oxycodone saved. If I had not, you guys, I would have been so friggin', oh my God. Like, it was bad enough I'm fending for myself at that moment if I hadn't had them saved. And this very well could be the situation with someone else. You have none saved and you're in really big hospitalized trouble, okay? If you don't want to withdraw and feel like you don't know, like your skin, you will go nuts, okay? I've done it before, so I can truly tell you when they tell you that you feel like it's over, that's what it feels like, okay? And you will not be a nice person. You will be a very ugly person, or I was a very ugly person. Let me stop saying you. It's rhetorical, okay, guys? But I was a very ugly human being when I went through detox with no help off of Oxy before, okay? So now, 3 weeks. So I've got 3 weeks. So here's what happens. I cut back to 3 a day. Okay, then I called, and the next week is when I called the pharmacies, the pain managements, etc. Then, but I had a peace now the whole time for some reason. Like, and I still had some soma left at that point. But I had my other medications, my Adderall, I took at that point, one a day, extended release, and then one Xanax at night at bedtime. Now, they did not fill my Xanax neither. They did fill my Adderall. So here we go. So for 2 weeks, I did that. And so I just had to start doing what I could do to survive through this, guys. And so I started doing that. Then, and I had already been praying and praying and praying, you guys. And this is not a religious video. This is not about religion, I mean. It may be religious, you know, in some sense, because it's my religious story. I am going to include my God, who I call God, because he is my anchor, okay, in my life. And even in the life story that I'm going to be telling y'all. Y'all won't believe the miracles that your girl has literally had and has witnessed, and that my whole family's had. It is phenomenal, okay? All right, so anyway, so then I called a rehab thinking I'm just going to go inpatient and detox, right? I mean, there was one on the Gulf right here on St. Pete Beach, 10 minutes from my house, from my condo. And I was like, oh my God, that'd be beautiful, right? And they had great reviews. And I left them a message, and then I called a few days later and left another message and never got a return call, which I find so weird because normally rehabs, honey, want your money. Believe that, because it's thousands. Luckily, I do have insurance, but it doesn't never cover all of a rehab. You always end up paying something, especially if you stay. But just for detox, you could go 2 weeks, and it's not that expensive. I mean, it is, but it's not. It's so worth it. But, so I'm thinking I'm just going to go inpatient. Okay. Well, then I found a doctor that was connected to that, or that through that rehab. I just found a doctor, and he is has a clinic here in St. Pete, and he specializes in detox and withdrawals off of opioids, etc. He is also a primary care doctor as well, and his reviews were absolutely out of this world, and he was rated 4.9 stars. And I'm like, okay, I called them. They made me an appointment, okay? So, after 2.5 weeks of doing what I told y'all I was doing, I ran out of soma, okay? Then, the next day, April the 10th, and I was just at that point on 3 oxycodone a day, and 1 Adderall, and then the 1 Xanax at bedtime, okay? So I went to see him on April the 10th, and I was so grateful I went there, you guys. Let me just say, oh my God. Okay, so I went to him, and it was on a Thursday, April 10th. I thought I was going to wait till Monday because I still had some pain pills saved. I was going to wait till Monday and then start trying to detox. He gave me Suboxone. He put it right to my pharmacy, and the same one I'm with, which is CVS. He sent it, no problem. And he sent me some Klonopin, okay? That is the medication given to detox and withdrawal for me. okay? So, I was like, I wasn't planning on starting that night because I had been cleaning the house all day, you guys. Like, because I thought I was going to have to go inpatient. Now, he does do inpatient or outpatient. He does have a rehab that I could have went to that he's affiliated with, okay? Anyway, so I'm like, if I go in, what is my husband gonna do, y'all? Because I still do a lot. I still take care of everything in the home for my husband as well. And so I'm like, what the heck, you know? So I started cleaning, doing all the laundry because he don't do laundry or none of it. So I did all that, you know, cleaned the whole house, emptied the garbages, emptied everything, just cleaned my butt off all day. I took an Adderall and I went to town. Okay, so then by the time I got to him, I was manic, and because I do have bipolar, but mine is bipolar 2, and it's more depression than any kind of manic. But I do every now and then get manic. So I was manic. I think it was with all this stuff, and I was scared, and I just was so in the unknown at this point. Okay, and didn't even know if I could do this. And so anyway, guys, so I go see him at 4 o'clock, and he gives me the Suboxone, the Klonopin, and also he told me, because I am addicted to goodie powders, and I have been taking them for like 15 years, because when I was on my drug of choice, cocaine and crack, I would take goodies because it would thin my blood to where I don't ever have to worry about having, or hopefully ever had to worry about having a heart attack or a stroke or something, you know. That was my mindset, okay, which is a mindset of an addict at that point, okay. And so I got addicted to them. Well, that carried on, and also it wasn't just that. It wasn't just about that. They really helped my pain, like aspirin, the goodie powders, not just the aspirin but the powders. They take away my pain so even better than the oxys did, you guys. So I continued to have to take them, okay? And so my doctor seen that, or my new doctor now seen that, the specialist, and he said, you are not going to die from oxycodone medication or any pain medication or anything. You are going to die if you don't quit the goodies. Now, and I already have ulcers. Y'all know I told y'all I struggled for 2 years in severe pain trying to take care of my husband. Girl, I'm telling y'all, some nights the pain was so bad, I literally thought I was going to go and not have nobody here to help me. Okay, that's the truth. And I went to hospitals. I went and had all kind of imagings, and for 2 years I did so much blood work, you name it, I did it, and they couldn't find what was wrong. I was more devastated because they couldn't find nothing wrong, and I sounded like I'm crazy, and I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't go nowhere because I was in a constant trauma with my whole GI tract, okay? And then I had 2 ulcers to top it off in my stomach. And I still have one. I don't know if the other one's come back. The last time I went, I only had one. One was gone, and I still had one. How? Because I'm on medication for my stomach. Anyway, guys, he said that I am going to die if I don't stop, completely stop any aspirin, Motrin, any kind of NSAIDs or whatever they're called. Stop right now. And that, I've had plenty of doctors tell me that. My doctor in Jacksonville told me that. He said, you're going to die from that, from goodie powders. And I just couldn't grasp it enough to really make me want to just quit. I cut back a little bit, but then I'd go back to taking them, you know. And I really never put it in my head that I'm going to die from this, okay? Or could die from this, okay? So now, y'all, I put it, when he said it, and the way he said it to me, it hit home. Like he wasn't playing. He meant it. And he said that he just had a patient die. So did my other doctor. There was patients that died from this, okay? Just aspirin. And I was thinking to myself, wouldn't it be really crazy if I get off of all the medications, and especially the pain meds, and it ain't even what's killing me, but if I give it up and I get off, but it was a physical addiction, and I was tired, that I could not get like I just got and run out. And then not have no help from anyone and have to fend for yourself. That's what I hated. I hated a physical addiction. Okay, so I was like, but I don't want to die. You know, get off of everything, my physical addiction, and then die or you know, something happen. All because of what? A goodie powder? Are you freaking kidding me? Like, that would be terrible if you die because you can't stop a dang aspirin. And that's exactly me, guys. Exactly. Okay, so I've really, since that day on Thursday when I seen the doctor, I put aside I gave my husband 2 big boxes of goodies I had, but I still kept one that had like 5 or 6 in them or something, and I have taken those over the past couple of weeks, but only like one a day, one here and there, just as needed. But, you know, I'm pretty much quit. You know, I've quit, but on the same, especially compared to what I was doing. But I'm done with them. It's just really hard because I had to give up goodie powders. I had to give up. I gave up. I didn't have to do none of this. I decided. Me and God decided. Okay, He opened the door and I surrendered. That's the bottom line. I prayed so hard for so many years and He didn't. It's always in His perfect timing in my life. And it always has been. It could be years, okay? Because I'm a hard-headed human being with a very strong will of my own. And it's always self-destructive. It's never been anything good. I always self-destruct on myself. I'm always not loving myself. I love everybody else. I'll take care of everybody else. And I've done it. I've done it, guys. Took care of my dad 4 years. Took care of him through lung cancer. Took care of my husband 2 years through the stroke, and a year of rehab 3 times a week, and all of that. He was completely paralyzed on the right side. I did it all, okay? And I never was a caregiver. I had to learn all this, guys. And so, anyway, but I've had nobody to take care of me. Nobody really cared, I felt like, to be honest. Honestly. And my family's out of town. They couldn't help. And then his family, like I said before, they did help us a lot. But as far as the physical part, I did almost all of it. And it was just too much, you guys. And so I want to love me. I'm tired of living this way I've lived all my life with some kind of self-destructive behaviors. Okay? And so, anyway, guys, here we go. So I get home and I say, I'm going to start Monday, right? Nope, I decided let's go ahead and start tonight. But with Suboxone, you have to get 12 hours from the time you take your last oxy. You need 12 hours at least. And they really want you to go 24, but that's impossible. I can tell you that. Unless you might as well just go through the horrific withdrawals if you're going to do that. And so, or if I'm going to do that, I might as well just, it wouldn't have benefited me. So, I had to go 12 hours though. So, I thought if I took my last oxy, I was taking at 9 o'clock at night. So, I thought if I could sleep most of it, even if I wake up at 4 and 5, I wake up all night long. That's another huge problem for me. And right now, it's really gotten bad. It's insomnia. I cannot sleep. Pain would wake me up all through the night, okay? Anyway, guys, so I'm like, if I could just sleep till 9 o'clock the next day, that's my 12 hours, right? And y'all, and here's what's weird. That night, Thursday night, after seeing him, I was still manic as could be. I finally went to sleep for like an hour at around 12 o'clock midnight. Then at 1:30 in the morning, your girl wakes up, and what? I'm in withdrawal. I'm starting withdrawing. And that's never happened before. I should be able to go 6 to 8 hours. I was going 8 hours for almost 3 weeks. when I went down to 3 instead of 4 a day. Don't know what happened, but I'll tell you this, y'all. I wake up at 1:30 and it started. My skin, you know, my legs, it starts in the legs. And it's like having crawly legs. It's like having crawly legs. That's how detoxing feels, okay? It starts that way, and it's severe though. It gets so bad. So it started in my legs. Then girls, it moved up my body as the hours went on, all the way till it hit my chest. And my heart was beating so fast, and I was crying, I was screaming, I was like cursing, I was flipping the heck out. I'm talking total full withdrawal, okay? And I'm like, oh my God, what in the heck? So I wake my husband up at 3 because I just couldn't do it. I was ready to just go and pull my hair out or something. So then, y'all, I made it till 5 o'clock. I literally couldn't go any longer. My body, I hadn't had no sleep. I'd only had a couple hours the night before that night and an hour that night, and had been manic all day. Then I had to go through wrenching detox withdrawals. And my body, listen to my body, because my heart was just pounding, and I mean pounding, and I just knew that it's too much on my body. Y'all have to realize now, a younger person, you know, could make it through that much better probably, or someone that doesn't have any kind of like heart issues or something, but I have COPD, respiratory anyway, and so, you know, I don't have heart issues, but still, and you can still, you know, that doesn't matter when you're going through gut-wrenching withdrawals. And so I listened to my body, and I just couldn't do it, and I took an oxy, okay? I was so dang mad. I had 2 hours to go, because I took mine at 7 that night instead of 9. And I had 2 hours, y'all. 2 hours, and I could have started my suboxone. Okay, and I was so scared, because if you start your suboxone and you take a piece of that before 12 hours, and even some of the time after 12 hours, or, you know, at 12 hours, if you take too much, not just a tiny little sliver, you could go into double down detox, which means they are 10 times probably whatever or more worse than what they would be. That is already so horrendous, okay, that you definitely do not want to do that. So I was petrified, guys, petrified. So what I did is I took it, and so I made it through that day. But that's all I was on, was 3 pain pills, like I said again, from Thursday, Friday, and that was Friday, or the next day, and then Saturday. So I took my Suboxone, and then I would do like a half. At first, you know, I would do a half. I'd break them in half, take a half, and then I'd do that at 9 in the morning, then take a half at 3, instead of taking the whole thing. They're extended release, they say, the one film, but they don't last, because I tried it that way, and it doesn't last, okay? So I broke it in half after that, after I had tried doing it that way, and for the rest of this time frame, okay? And so I would do a half at 9, a half at 3, a half at 9, a half at 3, because I had 2 films a day, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. And then I could cut slivers if I needed it, and I did in between some of the time have to, like 3 hours later, I took just a tiny sliver of another one. Now, and then I was taking 3 Klonopin, and I would do the same thing. I was separating them to 8 hours. 2 hours after I would take my sub, I would take my Klonopin. But then it got to where I'm listening to my body. After a few 4 or 5 days of that, I just started taking my my stuff, you know, the half and half, half and half, and then I take my Klonopin 3 times a day, but I would do it like every 6 hours and then try to sleep through the night, okay? But let me get to where I got clean at. Okay, so then or finally finished got rid of the oxy. So then, and Saturday, Friday night, I couldn't do it. I got close again. I got 10 hours. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, okay, I got another 10 hours and without one the next night. Oh my gosh, you guys, it was just like, what am I going to do? How am I going to get to 12 hours, for God's sakes? And so, Saturday night, I just said, I'm going to do it the way I feel my body can do it, and that's what I did. So I took it, and I took extra stuff. I have Remeron, and I took 1.5 of those, which help you sleep at night, mirtazapine they're called. And I took 1.5 of that. I took one of the Klonopin. I took, I don't know if I took a whole film or if I did like 3/4 or a half. I don't remember because I just wanted to quit at that point, okay? And so then I did all that. I even did, I think in the middle, like 3 hours later, I woke up once and I did a half Valium. Then, guys, and I didn't do no Adderall. No Adderall whatsoever from the time I started on that Thursday. I had not, after Thursday, no Adderall. Friday, Saturday, and all the way up till now. So I wasn't taking Adderall because that kept me up, which intensified when I was so manic Thursday night to going into severe withdrawal, okay? And I know that had a contributing factor. So I didn't take anything. So then Saturday night, y'all, I wake up and listen, y'all. I woke up at like 6 and a couple of times through the night. But I woke up at 6 and I made myself go back to sleep somehow. At 9 o'clock, I got up again, or like a little before or something. Okay, I did my 12 hours. I was like, and it was Palm Sunday. And I am like, oh my God in heaven, thank you, Jesus. All right, so I got to that. I got my 12 hours. Okay, and I wasn't even withdrawing bad, which was crazy. Okay, I could feel it, but I wasn't like I was Thursday night, y'all. Okay, and the withdrawals that I'm petrified of, I wasn't near like that. I ended up going till after 15 hours and like 15 minutes before I took a little piece of Suboxone. I called my girl, my daughter that passed, her best friend. She's like my daughter. And she is so much, she's like my daughter Erica, but also she's my daughter too. Like, she's just my youngin' also. And she knows so much about this kind of stuff. And I didn't know nothing about it, okay? Not much. Especially about how to detox at home, okay? And so I called her, and she talked to me on and off for 2 hours. And she got me flipping through that period. And I started feeling it gradually. It was, I was feeling like you get pins and needles under your skin. And, your skin feels like it's like crawling underneath, and you're very uncomfortable in your own skin, basically. But I didn't have them stupid leg things and all of that, because that is insane. It's so bad. So anyway, guys, I took that little piece, and it was 15 hours, and I didn't go in the double down detox. It worked, okay? And so now, you guys, that was Palm Sunday, and now I am on day 11. Tomorrow will be 12, and I see that doctor again, because he gave me enough for 2 weeks, okay? So I see him again tomorrow, and I've went through a lot though since then. So after I got clean, I still was like majorly, and before that I wasn't eating at all. I told y'all I've been down to 103 pounds. I know I've gained weight. I can tell you that already, just in these 2 weeks. Or 11 days, whatever. I've gained some weight because I eat everything now. Before, I couldn't eat nothing. But I will say this. I had some withdrawing. I just went through it. Like, Monday wasn't too bad. And Tuesday, I was extremely tired for some reason, so I just rested. Wednesday, just feeling the effects of withdrawals, okay? But nothing that you can't handle. That's the thing, guys. It was smooth, okay? Very, very smooth by the grace of God and my doctor, because he is amazing. So then, guys, I went through all of that, and but then the past 4 days, like day 8, 9, or 7, 8, 9, I started having stomach pain. And my pain got so bad that it felt like it did before my gallbladder was removed. And so I was really like, what in the world, God? And then I noticed it happening after I would eat a full meal. But it wasn't doing that prior the whole week that I was off of everything. I didn't know. I was like, what? Why is this doing this? And so I got jumped up like the second night. I was having so much pain. It would go away for hours and then come back for hours after I ate something or whenever it decided. And I said, something is causing it. What? I gave up the goodies. I'm giving up everything. What more can I do, right? And so, y'all, I eat wintergreen mints, and I love those. And I've been eating those like a year. Okay, maybe a little longer. And I was on a different kind, like watermelon, the flavored ones. But my dad used to get wintergreen when I was a little girl in the rolls, that you just peel back and get you a wintergreen mint. And I loved them things back then. So I haven't had any in a long time. But in the middle of the night, I wake up every night. Like I said, guys, it's terrible. Last night was so bad, it wasn't even funny. And up, down, every hour to 2 hours, I'm awake, okay? And I will eat mints because I get dry mouth, and plus, you know how you just have that yuck feeling and taste, and plus, I'm still smoking. I gotta quit that next, and I hate the taste that's left in my mouth. So I would eat a mint every time, eat a couple of mints, right? 2 and 3 at a time. So something told me to Google that, and I did. And guess what, you guys? Y'all must want to know this. The friggin' wintergreen mints has something in it. I forget the name. Y'all can Google it yourself. And it is a ingredient that will do to your stomach lining exactly what aspirin does. Can y'all flip and believe that? These dang, and it's only in wintergreen. They said I could do spearmint, or not spearmint, but they did say peppermint and other mints. But that particular mint, wintergreen, will eat your stomach lining because it's got an ingredient in it. So here I was trying to defend off the goodies, and all the while eating way more mints than I would any goodies ever. And that's insanity. Like, I did not know that. And it should be illegal. That's another thing. They keep selling all this stuff that can make us sick. Deathly sick, or, possibly kill us. And they just keep selling it. Why? All right? It needs to just be stopped. Even the cigarettes. Stop selling them. Stop selling us stuff that kills us. That's how I feel, you guys. Stop it. Just stop it, and there wouldn't be no addictions and habits, okay? Stop it, okay? I know you're still going to have the street drugs. I know people need pain medicine. One day, I'll probably need it again because I'm getting older. But, guys, they don't have to, like these mints or the cigarettes or stuff like that, over-the-counter stuff. They're selling us over-the-counter stuff that's literally the goodies, that literally has killed people and will continue to kill people. So I just feel it's bad, y'all. I wish I could talk to somebody because it's bad. But anyway, guys, off of that. So now I have been clean 11 days. I had a really hard day today because, like I said, I didn't sleep last night. I ended up taking my medicine at 9, and I slept till 3:15. my medicine was due again when I woke up this afternoon. I hope to God I sleep a little tonight. But it felt so good just to sleep like that, that I took it, man. I was gone. And my eye was literally, it has a pouch right there. It was like a pouch. And I was like, what's wrong with my eye? I had slept so hard, so I don't know. But it kind of scared me for a minute. I want to make sure I told y'all everything. All right, so now, I go see my doctor tomorrow, and then, like I told y'all, I'll put my glasses on so I can breeze over these very quickly with you guys. I told y'all about how much I prayed. I prayed for 2 years to quit oxy and to quit smoking, and now I have been finally, blessed. Okay, God opened a door, I surrendered. And the first video, I told you my history, what happened with the doc, all the pharmacies. You will not find a pharmacy taking new pain management, okay? So you're in trouble, period. And the second video, I wanted to tell you about what I did after finding out that I couldn't feel, which I just told y'all. I cut back to the 3 from the 4. And then I called all the pharmacies to no avail. That was the next week, first whole week. Found a pain med doc, and what I decided, or no, yeah, I found a specialist doctor, and and I found a pain med. They wanted to give me my pain meds. I had the option of continuing to get my oxys, guys, and all my other meds, from a pain management place here, and my pharmacy would fill for them. It was just my doctor, but that affected hundreds of his patients, guys, that are on some serious pain medications, that really have some serious, even worse than my whole back and neck. I mean, my neck has disc, my back and neck has degenerative disease, and it has bulging herniated disc throughout it, and it is very, very painful, and all it will do is continue to degenerate, okay, unless I have surgeries or something, and I do not want to do that. Okay, but the pain has gotten much worse. So tomorrow I will talk to my doctor about what are we going to do about all this. The other issues I'm having now that I am off of all the medicines, okay? So, anyway, oh my God, guys, it's just, I really want to share this with you. I called corporate. I called corporate on my pharmacy to find out why they wouldn't fill my doctors, to no avail. They won't give you a straight answer. And been filling them for 40 years. So why now? Really, really weird. And then not give a transition feel to all his patients until the transition feel gives you one more feel. And Publix does that. I talked to corporate at Publix, and the lady said, we have cut out doctors that we won't feel for, but we give a transition feel. So that feel and the last feel, they will give you a full, 30-day supply, and that gives you time to go find another doctor or do whatever you decide to do. But at least you have a transition feel. They did not do that at corporate CVS. They did not. They just cut hundreds of patients, and that's wrong. Okay, so I'm not the only one suffering through this, and I don't know what they've done, but I'm telling y'all what I had to do, and I think it was the best thing that ever happened, honestly. What I went through trying, I quit on Palm Sunday, and then, like I said in the last video, guys, what is so miraculous and not coincidental is I was baptized at 12 years old on Easter Sunday. Okay? That's amazing. That's God. That's God, okay? And he answered my prayers in his perfect timing. So how I have felt going through it, and I listened to my body, and now I've got 11 days clean today, and seeing the doctor tomorrow. So I told y'all about the back pain I've been having, and that severe stomach pain. Today I haven't had no stomach pain. It's the first day I haven't in like 4 days. But that is really horrible, and maybe that is part of the withdrawal, but it could be my, I don't think it is, honestly, but it could be, but I think it's my ulcers. See, I wasn't feeling it before, and I wasn't eating. Now I'm eating all kind of food. Like I eat, y'all. Like my appetite is so dang amazing, and that I'm eating because I was anorexic. Bad. My stomach was so shrunk, it was wrinkled. My arms were wrinkled. My legs, the top was wrinkled, and because of how low in weight I was just getting sicker and sicker. Okay, and have them GI problems has just been horrendous for me as well. So, anyway, I told y'all about how bad withdrawals can be, and so that's really pretty much it. Now, withdrawing, I went to that other place I told y'all about in the last video, and I didn't have MAT. It's called MAT. So look for MAT, M-A-T, and that is a medically assisted treatment detox. Okay? MAT. That's what they call it. That's what I found. That's all I know. And that, means doing what I'm doing. Normally, or used to, you would have to go to a detox, or something, even for a week or 2 weeks, you'd have to just go inpatient. Now, what is so super phenomenal to me is that I didn't know that I can detox at home. And when I seen this specialist, he said most people still do go in and do their detox, but that he has outpatient ones that do it, and that they have been very successful. Okay? And guess what? They don't get all your money. How about that one, you guys? That's like the prize. That's the lotto right there, okay? I won the lotto. So nobody got thousands and thousands of dollars or thousands of dollars from me trying to detox. I was able to do it at home under a specialist doctor that handles detox and withdrawals and rehabs and stuff, but also he is now my primary as well. But I'm under his care, and if I need anything, all I have to do is call, and it has been phenomenal. My husband loved him, and my husband hated my other doctor because he felt like he's just giving me drugs to hurt, too many. Too much, okay? And maybe that's why, and I'm pretty dang sure it is, but it took 40 years for them to do it. Most pain managements was cut out years ago that was called pill shops, okay? And my doctor's not a pill shop. I will say that now. I'm going to defend that because he's not. But he does give out a lot of pain medications because he's got a lot of patients. He's a neurologist that has bad stuff. He even does injections, and he does migraine injections. He does injections in the backs. He does epidural. He does all of that, y'all. He tests your nerves. He could do that test. He's done it on me before. He does all of that, and he is flipping. He's got like 30 license on his walls. He's very, very intelligent doctor, okay, and very, very, and he was always well respected. So I don't understand, but for some reason, CVS thought, I guess, that he's giving out too much pain medication or something. That ain't what I was told, but someone in my family was told that he was blacklisted, basically, okay, from just that pharmacy. All right. Now, I don't know if he's going to be blacklisted from the other pharmacies or not, but right now he is not. I could feel anywhere else. But I am sticking with the doctor I have, you guys, because he is phenomenal. And I'm sorry my videos, let me see, is a little long. It's about the same. But at least I got to tell y'all where I'm at, you guys. I'm still struggling. And then here's another thing. Now, I got to learn how to live with nothing, without a bunch of narcotics in my system, or drugs that I'm used to being on all my life. Like I said, I was always self-destructed, and I'm going to tell you that story from the time I started smoking at 12 years old till the time I started weed at 15 years old, 14 years old, 15, to the time I started many, many more drugs, and to the time I got to my drug of choice, crack and cocaine, which took me out almost. I'm going to go through all this with you guys. So that's what's going to start next. I thought this series would be longer. I will do one more video on this, telling y'all what my doctor says tomorrow and how I'm doing and what we decided to do to help me. Because, see, I'm still going to have pain, guys. I mean, I'm 62, May 17th. So, you guys, I don't have long. I don't have long out. I'm going to be 62. Anyway, you guys, I love you so much. And I really hope and pray to God that this is a blessing for someone, that this will enlighten you on options you have. And, you know, or you just have to go get another pain management if this exact thing happened to you. But let's face it, guys. Getting oxys or any pain med is such a pain in the butt. Either they don't have them in stock, you can't get them. I mean, there's just so much. And then you have to chase them every single month. It's just like being an addict on the street chasing a fix, period. Because you know that if you run out, you know what's going to happen. And so the second time, I did do one other, I'll tell you about that in the next video, guys. But I am going to be telling y'all what he says and what we're going to do about it. And don't think your girl ain't struggled. I just couldn't get on here. I really wanted to show y'all how bad I felt and what I was going through it. But it's really hard to do, guys. So, because it's a lot. And I quit a lot, all the way down to a wintergreen mint. Anyway, guys, or, I'm just simply making a suggestion. That's it. I'm not going to take them no more. I got no more. I found some sugar-free on Amazon. This is what I did. I went on there. I found some sugar-free candy and berries, different kind of berry balls. And they're all like GMO, gluten-free, and sugar-free. And the only sugar in them, and some mints too. And the only sugar in them is the birch tree, which is a natural syrup that comes out of the tree, and so it is sugar free. So I got some mints now called Snow, SNO, if you want to look them up on Amazon, or I could try to leave the link below. But there's some other ones too. I'll try to leave y'all some links. They're the best thing if you're going to eat hard candy, or because when I quit smoking, I'm going to definitely want hard candy, but I wake up all night and I want mints or a candy to suck on, like a cherry lifesaver. But you don't want to take any wintergreen mints, that I can assure you. But I also want to just do healthy and try to get this ulcer gone, because it is really devastating right now, if that is the problem. And I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'm eating, and I wasn't eating. But I am so happy, and I can't wait to tell y'all what weight I've gained. I know I've gained it because I see it already in my legs and my little thighs right here. I got 2 little chunks right there on each side. So you guys, y'all stay tuned. I love you, my gorgeous, beautiful, shiny diamonds. Comment below if you need to. Ask me anything you like. I will get back to your questions. I promise I will look at them and answer you. And thank you so very much for your love and support. And we are going to start my story. But first, like I said, I will tell you what my doctor says tomorrow and what I'm going to be on going forward. So, y'all stay tuned. I love you. And I just can't wait to tell y'all everything. Everything. #MyTruth. God bless.